Welcome to the Broke to Rich podcast. I'm your host Hendrik, and I'm sharing with you a normal 20-year-old guy who got the wild idea on his mind to try out various methods to earn money and become successful in life. Follow me on this journey and discover the best methods to earn money and become the best version of yourself. No filter, just raw. Welcome to the very first episode of this podcast, in which I go from broke to rich, trying out various methods from the internet. I'm very excited and grateful for your decision to turn into this podcast and give it a try. This podcast is all about self improvement and financial status. I want to keep the episodes around 10 minutes so it doesn't take up much time of your day. And it's just a quick listen. Um, but now let's talk about who am I? Hendrik, just a normal 20-year-old tall Dutch guy who lives in Portugal. And in the recent year, I started to gain interest for money making methods just out of a chair at home. And I saw all those people on social media doing it, and I thought, why can't I just do that? So I started learning and got really quick into dropshipping, but I didn't want it to affect my studies, which made me like have a balance in between work, studies, and working on my dropshipping brand. Um, and I couldn't just give it all. Like it was kind of hard at the time. But now holidays are coming, and I'm gonna have the opportunity to commit fully to it. And I decided to give it my all in these holidays. So next week is my final exam, and after that I can just go all in. And if it doesn't work out this summer, I have to go back to my studies. And if it works out, if I pop off on one of these methods, I will continue making the podcast and doing the methods, the money making methods that work, obviously. And I'll make those podcasts so you can improve yourself. Because if a simple guy like me with no special knowledge can do this, then everybody can do this. And it's all about discipline and time you put into your work. So I already made my first brand with a site and an ad to run TikTok. Um, and yesterday I decided to run the ad, and I gotta say it completely flopped. Um, now there were various reasons for that. I was pretty disappointed because I didn't make any money with it, but at least I got new knowledge I can use in my next ad and next drop shipping site if it's necessary to change the product, um, to get sales in the next ad. So I discovered that I'm unable to advertise outside the country I live in, which is Portugal for me. And I knew that TikTok pushes out content to the area around you. So if you make a video, it's going to be pushed out to people who live in Portugal or in a country nearby Portugal. And I tried various TikTok accounts and different type of content. They never worked out for me. But most of my content was pushed out to the UK, which was for me okay. That's a good market. But I actually also found some methods you can push it out to the US. It's pretty complicated, but it works. But I didn't get the results I wanted from that. But yeah, it doesn't matter. Long story short, you can push out content to other countries, but unfortunately, this doesn't work like that for ads. I tried the methods to push it out to the US. It didn't work. And all my ads got pushed out to Portugal. Now, um, unfortunately, Portugal is a bad market as the average income is really low and people have less money to spend. So that means I have to change my strategies. I found three options I can try eventually to get my first sales. And the first one of them being try another social media platform. I've been thinking about posting my content on Instagram or maybe Facebook if it's necessary, and look if I can reach different audiences through there. Now, this is probably my favorite one, and it's the one I'm gonna try today and tomorrow. If it works, you guys will hear it in the next podcast. If it doesn't, I'm gonna try method number 2, and you guys will hear it anyways. I will surely give an update in my next episode from this podcast, this series. But the second one is find somebody in the US that can post the ads for me. This is strategy that will me get guaranteed US sales, which for me is pretty good. But it comes with 2 big problems that are: you can be scammed. You do the business through the internet, so it's gonna be quite hard to find somebody you can really trust. And the second one is it costs money. You obviously have to pay the guy to put your content on TikTok. Now, there is a last option, but I don't like this option, which is changing my site and add to Portuguese and lower the price of my product by a lot. Now, I'm not going to gain a lot of money from that. I don't think this is the best option, but if nothing is working, the other 2 options are not working, I will have to go with that one. But now, most important from all of this, I learned is that I should not give up and continue. Because if you don't get any sales, it doesn't mean you lost. I get knowledge and experience, and the next time I will get my first sale. Probably my first sales, So next episode will be definitely an update on the process, so stay tuned for that. Thank you for listening to this episode. You helped me accomplish my dream by listening to this podcast. If you like what you heard, make sure to follow and share it with a friend. And remember, I'm on a journey for a reason, which is getting you to be the best version of yourself. That was it for today. So, Hendrik, out.